Hello, traders. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you for being here. And I hope you're having a good holiday. Day off. Markets are off. I mean, the stock market's closed, right? Bitcoin's kind of hanging in there, man. Altcoins, though, wow, some of them insane. I mean, like XRP. I guess the composite man woke up in 2025 and chose violence. Yeah, my God, dude, yeah. The Peach Bowl was insane, and now the Rose Bowl is embarrassing. Oh, that's so bad, dude. 34-0. So not much to watch, really. So, okay, go live instead. And starting the stream with just the 12-hour. Just because some interesting stuff, I guess. The fact that there's a supply line. December 17th, anchor point 1. Christmas Day, anchor point 2. 2 discernible valleys. And both those valleys are testing a level of inflection from November 14th, 26th, December 5th. It's just real, right? So sellers are trying and trying and trying, and it's not been going well yet. And something's pretty interesting on this 12-hour time scale. It's controversial. We don't know if it's going to happen. We have 21 minutes and change till the 12-hour and daily close. The first day of the year will be in the books for crypto. And we're so close, man. So what they're trying to do until they started pulling us back in the past 10 minutes, where Bitcoin saw a high of 94.9, currently at 94.389, buyers were working on the first level of positive momentum since December 17th. So I think that's pretty significant here. You can clearly see a low on price, then a slightly lower low, if not the same low. All right, the one low, the slightly lower low, same low. Diverging, oscillator is diverging from price. They're working on a 12-hour bullish engulfing candle. Nice. RSI, pretty interesting, where the buyers are just not letting the relative strength fall into the bearish control zone one time, then two times. And I'm not really here looking for structures on RSIs, but man, triple bottom with accumulations. We've seen that on price before. I think it's just interesting, right? Not making any calls or anything, just talking about everything going on here. It's nice. I like to see a failed attempt from sellers to push us into the bearish control zone. So still neutral, but let us see what manifests from this this week, or this week, next week, because it is currently a Wednesday going into Thursday. So we're just going to have tomorrow and Friday for the stock market open. Wall Street normally drives Bitcoin these days, and it's been flat as F since the 19th. Up and down between 92K and 99K. We finally have a structure, man. Now, it may not be much, and it could fail. It just starts bearish engulfing up tomorrow. Oh, no, we're screwed, right? But, hey, something that, like, we just didn't have in mid-December was a real structure, something that we could do anything with. We kind of are getting it now on Bitcoin. Maybe, even if they dumped it down to 90,800, it would still kind of be valid. But I'm liking it right here, because the sellers have just failed so many, 3 different times now. And now you're breaking a supply line of this new structure. You are engulfing, going for the highest 12-hour close since the December 28th. Not a big deal or anything, but okay. Here's your daily. Daily, potentially like inverted hammer of sorts at support, maybe.
Thank you, Mitch.
HP Shifter, thanks so much for the $10 super chat. Happy New Year. You're the first person of 2025 to contribute to this stream via super chat or, tip on stream. You did it, man. Type in the chat for HP Shifter. Can't take it away from him ever. So yesterday they were unable to break that supply line. That big, got as high as $96,111, and they pulled it all the way back. But hopefully, maybe it was just some sort of reversal candle here at support, and now you're catching fall through candle. I like that. Also going for the highest daily candle close since the 28th of December. Not much to look at on the oscillators on the daily. It looks like just tons of negative momentum still converging. The RSI's converged with the price action. So it's really, there's no edge on the daily oscillators. Okay, it's all about this 92K level. It always has been about this level. And we always knew there'd be effery at this level, whether they were gonna, we were gonna get some sort of false bearish breakdown or not. Like, remember, or 2 days ago, I guess yesterday, made the same type of comparison to this structure, where they just kept running it and just too much, and then the ETF got launched back in a year ago, and then they had the drawdown, and this is kind of where we are right now, where we were in mid-January, and it's like they could take it down, stop loss hunt, make people think it's over, and then there's no follow-through from the sellers, and in the days after we rally again. Dude, Amar, let's freaking go! It's true. Hype in the chat, dude. Hype in the chat.
Well, I can be the first $100 dono.
All right, Amar F, thank you so much, dude, for the first $100 contribution. of 2025. It's true. He did it. No one can take it away. He just 10 times the HP shifter. Technically. Thank you, man. Wow. Hype in the friggin' chat for Marv. Thank you for being here, man. Your 5th super chat of the stream. But hey, man, you've probably been watching longer. You know, somehow I don't know. I don't think that's all accurate. The soup that tells you the super chat, because they didn't used to track it. So there were people contributing to this stream for years, and then they started tracking it, and then it started. You know, like, so it could be more. But thank you, man. Holy crap. And just want to say real quick, since it is the first of the month, you know, speaking of people contributing to this community, you know, because look, dude, there are no sponsors. You are the sponsor, the viewer of this stream. And we do that for legitimacy, integrity purposes. All right. So just want to say real quick, thanks to, I mean, we got like 200 plus people that have renewed their Patreon for the month. So I really appreciate that. And also, we have people
First request of 2025.
True.
RBNUSD.
RBN? Cabinet Crypto, thanks for 25. We'll look at it. Much love. And thank you for being an annual, I believe, of the Patreon. Join for the year. But, you know, we have patrons, and then we also have Citadel members, which is the Sandings Patreon. It's just the premium Discord. And so we have renewals there. So just real quick, I'm going to give a shout out just because all these people have, whether it was yesterday or today, have renewed. Okay, so just thank you all can for the 15 freaking months of continued support. Means everything. Mob Kate, thanks for the 5 months, man. Primate, thanks for the 3 months continued support. Trend Turtle, thank you for the 3 months. MH, thanks for the 4 months. MTB Vandy, thanks so much for the 2 months continued support. In case of success, thank you for joining the Citadel/Patreon today, this morning. Brozord, thank you so much for joining for the first time.
Happy New Year, Mitch.
Today. Bjorn, thank you so much, dude, for the 2451. Holy crap, man. Didn't even request anything. Man. Holy crap.
T-Bone Lucchese tipped $25. Happy New Year's. Can I be the first bat request of 2025? Thanks.
You can request basic attention token for the first time ever. Yeah, T-Bone. Thank you so much, man. You might have been the first person for 2024 as well. Just kidding. But, you know, basic attention token. It goes up, it goes down forever. Range bound forever. So thank you, dude. So also, I mean, with the new patrons this month, Matthew C., Blake, Will O., Adam Chessman, Arhund, I believe y'all, some of y'all have renewed, some of y'all joined. It doesn't tell you. But then a big real shout out to Mark Fester. Thank you so much for joining the freaking annual Patreon. Type in the freaking chat. That's like the single best way to contribute to this community is by joining annually. Because you know, opportunity does not exist at all points of time. It doesn't. But there are some times throughout the year when all the opportunity presents itself right there in the space-time continuum. We must take action. Otherwise, it will be gone. You will miss the opportunity. You will have to wait again. So thank you so much for that. And you also get a month free when you join annually. So thank you, dude. Thanks, everyone. Y'all are amazing. It's the first of the year. And super grateful.
Ford Traveler tipped $25. PLS Day. 3 Rising Valleys. Happy New Year, Party Popper.
Thanks for the Party Poppers and the 2540 travel. We'll look at Rap Pulse, okay? On whatever, the die thing. So loud. What's loud? Ooh, I turn it down a little bit. Okay, turn it down some. Sorry if it's loud. Chat. Oh, G-Dog's it loud, man? Okay, anyway, so moving on. Just getting out of the way. That's what we want to see, man. We want to see a follow-through candle after some sort of potential reversal candle at support for now. All bets are off below 92K, but if we're staying above 92K, this is the type of price action you want to see. You're starting to develop a structure here that is visible on the daily, 12-hour, 8-hour. It's starting to just, things are starting to form here. Like, as you can see, it's the dragon looking A. And what you gotta love is how they took it to the bottom of that, inflection zone, and they recovered and they rallied it, and then they valied. And look, you got like on the last 8-hour candle, like a perfect reconfirmation of validity of area as support after it was violated and broken on the 30th of December. And you're also at the same time on that candle re-breaking that supply line and now catching some follow through outside of it. And so it's just interesting. Okay, finally something to talk about, something somewhat favorable. And then you look at the 8-hour relative strength index. Sucks on the daily, there's nothing like this, but whatever. The 8-hour though is pristine, undeniable bullish divergence. It just is. Now, I would prefer it's oversold twice, but hey, man, this is really good too. Okay, that's solid. We got something like that. I don't remember where it was. I don't know if it was the 8-hour or not either. But we've had divergence very similar to that on another time scale. That was right here. Yeah. That's the one. That's the freaking one. Yep. Same type of RSI bullish divergence on that little local confirmation. This is like the re-entry of that trade setup posted at $60,000. Once in October 1st and then October 10th. It's similar. Okay, right here. One low, then the second low, and then it ran. So remember, we are in a long-term uptrend. Anonymous, thank you so much for the canvas print merchandise. Thank you, dude. With 10 minutes to go till the daily close. This is the first merchandise purchases of the year. Let's go, dudes. Boom. All right, that's a good hoodie. You're going to need it with that polar vortex coming in. I mean, majority of America is about to get just destroyed by frozen tundra. You can put that on under the hoodie to survive the winter. Thank you, dude. I love this. This is like my favorite shirt. A link to the past, the new retro logo with the bar chart throughout the R. It's hard to see there, but it's beautiful. Let's freaking go, Anonymous. This is on a shopping spree. Thank you, man. Thank you. Winter's here, right? But it's about to get real. And I mean, we're talking like really dangerous. He's got 2 hoodies, man. 2 freaking hoodies. Anonymous, let's go, man. Those aren't cheap. I mean, and the thing, what sucks about the merchandise is they charge a lot, and you don't get that much. I don't get a big cut of that at all. It's very small. But the trade-off is I don't have to hold inventory of this stuff and deal with it. It's just it happens. So thank you so much for all those merchandises. Okay, it means a lot supporting the stream. So at the same time, on the 8-hour, okay, so you do have like really nice divergence here on the 8-hour MACD histogram. So seller exhaustion argument could very well be implied here. It's Calvin. Oh my God, man! How about the chat for Calvin? Thank you, dude.
Appreciate you, Mitch. Happy New Year.
No, appreciate you. Stop talking about yourself. Thank you, Calvin. Those like buttons on the contributions on these super chats. Thank y'all so much, for real. It's a holiday, man. It's a holiday. We're eating caviar and popping champagne yesterday. It was a madhouse, man, down here in Miami for New Year's. It's ridiculous. I don't know how we're gonna talk 2024 chip liver. I have no idea. Like, how can the S&P do what it did last year again? Something's effed up. If we're seeing a 30% rally this year, how would that's my issue with Bitcoin's gonna Bitcoin, okay? Because Bitcoin's we get it. A lot of it makes sense, with countries are buying it, Michael Saylor's buying it, institutions are buying it, devaluation of fiat currency, got it, all right. But man, with equities, really tough because there's no structures right now. There's no hey, it was December 17th and the S&P is creating a dragon pattern, remember Microsoft in an uptrend, what did it do? I'll show you real quick. Not right now, but what did it do in the uptrend? Yeah, Gartley. Oh yeah, look, it's a freaking, it was Bitcoin. Dude, 1, 2, 3 peaks, and then it has a big drawdown after the third peak, and then hits a key support from history. It was manufactured on Bitcoin. But one low, then the second low. Oh my God, there's bullish divergence. The buyers defend the level. It's almost like Bitcoin is currently in this October 2023 situation. July to September. I mean, that's whack, right? That's a really good example of what could be maybe going on Bitcoin right freaking now. Y'all see what I'm saying? Maybe. I mean, they're defending a level. They're trying. Yeah, not looking too hot right now. I got real worried below 430. I don't like that, and I don't really like a Gartley up here. What the heck? Anyway, that's another story for another situation. But again, Bitcoin has painted a pattern since the 17th. You know, it's not really that visible on the daily. I get it. You know, that was a daily thing, man. Took way more time for that to develop. We're only seeing it on the 12-hour right now, but and you don't have any oscillators. You don't have bullish divergence on the daily on Bitcoin like you did on Microsoft, so it's a little different. But again, all bets are off below 92K. See, we don't act like we know where these things are going. We can just talk about the levels that are really important. And if those levels are broken with follow-through, we're going way lower. But they haven't broken yet, right? So if they haven't broken and buyers are still holding it, then you're still technically okay. Okay, so how's Bitcoin dominance? I bet you're getting smoked today a little bit. Not bearish and golden candle going for the lowest daily candle close since December 15th. Elemental P, oh my God. The first one-up tip of 2025. Dude, let's go, man.
Charger Slip 21 tipped $101, first one-up tip of 2025. Keck, in all seriousness, join the Citadel if you're serious about investing in yourself. So much game to soak up in there. But you've got to put the work in. Let's get it in 2025. Kangs, rock on gesture, crown.
Elemental P, or Chargers, he goes by Elemental P. Thanks so much for the first one-up, the one-up contribution. That's the largest contribution of 2025, for sure, right? Like for a stream tip. So thank you so much for that, man. Thank you for the advocacy for the Patreon/Citadel, long-standing member. Who's gotten value obviously out of it. And then Amar comes in and just says, get wrecked, Elemento P. Oh my God. What the heck?
I agree.
He agrees. You hear that? Amar F agrees. Thank you so much, man. Hit those like buttons for Amar one-upping Elemental P. Okay, so that's the second one-up contribution of the year, but that's the largest contribution of the year. 102 is the number to beat. Thank you, dude. Holy crap. Wow, man. So I think Amar would and Elemental P would both agree that I don't know, breaking 57.7% isn't great. And if this thing drops, it's in this kind of market environment, it's really good for crypto. It's good for altcoins. Like, if we're coming for a second test down here at 55%, man, these altcoins are going to be good, in good shape. All right. So you want to see a breakdown of Bitcoin dominance. When Bitcoin dominance is high, it's either things are going really well for Bitcoin or things are going terrible for altcoins while good things are going for Bitcoin. It's just like, I don't think there's ever a time when things are going well for altcoins and Bitcoin dominance is doing well. You want this to do bad. You want this to not do well for alt season, for altcoins to have good rallies. And we were looking at them yesterday and it's like, we want 886 retraces. That's just coveted. We want a round trip on all the altcoins. But there are some that, they're sitting at these 618s retraces from the previous lows to highs. But some of those 618s, there are some supports there. And they're trying to maybe confirm bottoms. And some are catching some bids. And there's some that are just random. Like XRP was a pretty random pump, you know. Some of them, XLM, not really. There wasn't much to it. It's not like, oh, there was impending price action reversal on them. We'll just go ahead and do that. You know, it's pretty good timing. So
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Evan, see, you want to see Bitcoin dominance on 12 months? It's okay. On the yearly, we looked at some yearly charts yesterday. A lot of them. Okay, want to see the yearly? Yeah, not too great. Yeah, you don't want to. I don't think you want to be up here, because that's real bad. I mean, this is you know, we're talking COVID, lockdowns, Bitcoin collapsed, altcoins were down 50% in a day, 60% in a day. You don't want to be up there, really. So you want to see this roll over at resistance now. You want to see a big, like if we get a red candle, holy crap, for 2025, man, that's wishful thinking, but good God. What happens if it turns into falling three methods? Oh, that means it's alt season for sure in 2025. So you're just hoping for a bad year for Bitcoin, Bitcoin.D, Bitcoin dominance. Okay. Yeah, 3 green, it's done. So let's get a red one now.
Just joined Citadel. Really excited to be part of this awesome community. Mitch, could you recommend some education textbooks after Steve Nissen's Japanese candlesticks, but before getting into Scott Carney's harmonic work?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, you know, obviously trading in the zones when you want to do. Trades About to Happen is a good one by David Weiss. I recommend that one all the time. It's like, it's really good on support resistance. It's good on, like, you know, psychology of the support resistance, stories telling about guy working in institutions and a support's breaking. One sec. Chat, it's the conclusion of the first day of the year. The daily is closed across all of crypto. So hype in the chat. First local on the 8th of the year. Yeah, David Weiss's book's good. Because, like, he talks about, like, oh, the main guy of the institution, I think in one of the excerpts, is talking to a newer analyst, and they're talking about supports and resistances, and then like the boomer boss is talking about, like, I'm trying to think of a good example, just like, for instance, oh yeah, we just DYDX real quick. This is a great example. Hold on, pull it up so I can have it. Yeah, so like what'll happen is, like, okay, so the boss of the institution, the main guy, is like, okay, well, who cares about your support? Watch this. And he, like, shows his power of getting his guys to sell to break the support, right? And it's like, well, what now? You know, your stop loss is triggered. T-Bone Lucchese, oh my God. Wow.
Bruh.
T-Bone Lucchese tipped $103. Happy New Year's first wheel spin request for the new year. Kangs.
Well, remember, we were talking about wheel spins done. But since, I mean, you know, $103, kind of, you know, I'll do it. If it doesn't land on chug, then I'm not doing anything. Okay, we'll just play. It's only a chug. That's all you get. Sorry, you'd have to drink anyway, T-Bone. So, thank you, man. But I did it for you. Hey, man, I rolled the dice. That's the largest contribution of the year, T-Bone. He holds it. Don't forget. So essentially, talking about in the book is like that happened, okay. And something that he didn't really talk about that I thought about, really provoked my thoughts, was like, okay, so he broke the supports, right? But clearly, whoever he was in this situation, oh my God, dude, what the heck? Force strength, force damn mother belt.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year.
Sorry, you can't beat Amar. Amar is undefeated. T-Bone. Sorry, man. It was a nice 25, 30 seconds, you know, of being the top tip of 2025. Amar now holds it again. Thank you, man. So So one thing I was just thinking about with that discussion in the book was, okay, so he broke supports. He tried to humble the analyst who believes in support resistance. But one thing that it wasn't really talked about was the fact that, okay, he can keep violating the level, but can he sustain it? Because certainly a lot of times when they break these supports, okay, it's just stop loss hunting. It's just consolidation. There's no follow through on the breakdown. So, okay, what happens when eventually enough market participants come in and recapture the level? And that's that false bearish breakdown that has serious consequences. And that's literally why this trade setup was posted in the Patreon. Where is that? It was so perfect too. I mean, it's such a good education exhibit. So it's like, okay, man, you can have all your money and all your power and your ability to suppress the price, right? To stop people out. But so that's why we really want to see this. I think you want to, instead of like perfect tests, which can happen, I think the best is the slingshot, that when they're okay, you can clearly see these guys are unable to keep the price suppressed below the level. And so we're wanting to go long on the recapturing of that level. Look at that, man. Right? It's perfect. And so, yeah, you can come back, test these levels, put it in a higher low again, sure. But just look, I mean, just based on that right there, that failed breakdown, I think it gave it more power to do what? Hit target one literally perfectly. I'm talking it went like, look at this, man. So I always try to put these exits a little bit lower than the actual resistance, just in case, because you're not going to be the only one trying to exit at 273, right? There's going to be everyone else. You see everyone else, all right? So you probably want to exit maybe a little bit. You get out before it tests it, and then look what it did. After it hit the first target, it collapsed. What did it lose? It lost, at the lows, it lost 53% of its value in less than 2 weeks, right? But that's okay. Because guess what? The trade is not done, actually. That was just the beginning. So we're thinking about a longer term thing in 2025 for altcoins. And so it's going to come back, and it's going to really, we're going to put in the highest low now, a new low, and that would represent more market participants than before, accumulation. And so eventually they'll run it back up to test that, and I think they would eventually break it.
Mitch, why wouldn't all these altcoins return to their all-time highs? Trump and Elon should be much better for crypto than Sam Bankman. Prices should go higher than 2021 scam Bankman prices. Make crypto great again. 0.04903163 LTC.
Thank you, Anonymous. Well, again, I think we talked about it yesterday. Dilution is a huge reason why most of these coins will never see all-time highs, because the devs of these coins issue more supply of their S coins. So therefore it's diluted. Therefore it takes a lot higher market cap to push these things higher. They'd have to, so like Solana, for instance, a good example talked about. Solana market cap hit all-time highs, I think even before it hit a barely all-time high at its top, third target of the trade setup. But wait a second, it should be way higher in price, exactly, because they dilute their coins. And that's one reason. Another reason is there are so many cryptos now. There are millions. So there's just so many different areas where finite amount of money, capital can go. So you'd say that, all right, chances are a lot of these coins are going to get less love because people are going to be looking elsewhere. So I think there's a couple of reasons why maybe they won't hit all-time highs, but that's okay. Who cares about them hitting all-time highs? We're not investors here. We're looking for structural developments to increase our probability of a particular outcome, which will be up, right? I want a 60%, 70% chance of impending price action reversal to the upside. I'm looking for that. And I'm also looking for these structures to develop at key levels from history so we can strategize a wonderful trading plan with optimum risk management, right? So the least amount of losses if it fails, with the max upside potential if it succeeds. That's all we're doing here. So you shouldn't be concerned about, will DYDX see an all-time high? It doesn't matter, man. We're just looking to enter at strategic levels. Yes, and get Baba Booies. We're looking for the Baba Booies. Yes. So hopefully that answered your question a little bit. I don't chat. Is that okay? Did I do all right, man? Anyone? So anyway, David Weiss's book's good. Evolution of a Trader by Thomas Bukowski's good. Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns by Bukowski's good. I spent probably too much time throughout that book. It's like reading the Silmarillion. It's very dry, very research oriented. But I think it gives you like what I love about Encyclopedia Chart Patterns is like every chart pattern, right, at the beginning or at some point at the beginning of the chapters, he goes into the psychology of why the pattern's developing and like what the buyers and sellers are doing. And that's the way you should be looking at these markets. Like, this is not just, what is this? It's just a bunch of up and down. No, man, it's the psychology of buyers and sellers. And there are certain structures that develop on these charts that indicate things. And so that's like the way you look at it. So like for me on DYDX, I still like, it may not ever get to the target I want. I would want to see DYDX hit 108, because if it hit 108, it would be completing a pattern that has been researched and studied, refined by Scott Carney, right? When these patterns are identified appropriately, they give you like 70% chances of success. So like, I would want to see it there, because not only that, okay, but it'd be like completing at, wow, the inflection, the bottom of the inflection zone of the trading range. It would be perfect. So it's like, we may not get it, but that's sure as heck where I want to see the price get to. But then I want to see a reaction, and then I want to see a freaking reversal. And right there, that'd be a holy grail type trade setup, where you have a huge probability of major positive resolution, and you can have an optimum trading plan. Minimal losses if it failed, but we know the upside potential is massive if it succeeds. So, yes. But we don't have it yet, unfortunately. And a lot of these don't really have it yet. Some are doing some interesting things, okay? So, for instance, like Filecoin, I really think it's interesting. I wish we could get an 886, but how could we get an 886 if there's just too much demand at this key support? And I'll tell you one thing, what's very interesting about this level, I was in St. Barth's last year. It's so crazy to believe it's already been a year. But when I asked about Filecoin on stream, when I was like, the backdrop was like the jungle, right? Remember all the birds? So someone was like, people were like screaming in Spanish. Oh yeah. Like when we looked at this, it was like, oh, that's the omen, man. The omen for Filecoin. The natives are getting restless. It was just a confirmation low at a key level after a correction. It was like a low, then a slightly lower low. And it was like, hey man, that's something where you could manage your risk. It's not the best trade, but that's something we could do. You know how real the level is. And here we are back at this same ancient battleground for buyers and sellers. You're just doing it again. Yeah, we're going to look at those. We're going to look at XRP. It's just like, okay, I mean, and you can kind of see like 1 now and now 2, and it's like stop loss maybe below 470, and just give it a shot. Your upside, it would take 642. I mean, your upside on Filecoin, if it didn't fail, right, if it succeeded, you'd have like 25% upside for a first target. So if you're wanting to roll the dice, I mean, you can strategize or construct a trading plan here, even though it could be a lot better if we were down at a deep 886 retrace with that M shape completing. It would be better down there, but hey, you may not get there, and you're at a level of inflection. Okay, so just yeah, let's look at XRP real quick. They just went nuts. So, my God, man, they're already up. They're already pushing up 2.66% today on the new day. So, I mean, you got like what? Descending triangle looking structure, down sloping resistance, horizontal support. And now they're going to go probably run this up to the supply line, 250 maybe, 260 or 255. But remember, it's like you didn't know that it was when or okay, was there an edge on the oscillators? Not really. Nothing there. You haven't seen positive momentum since December 9th. But great to see some life get infused back into some of these alts. That's good to see. I like that. So hopefully, you know, an all-time high run eventually. 330. No. Right? Was it? Yeah. 332. Repeating, of course. Oh, you're saying miniature. Yeah, you get on these scrub time scales, you know, M shapes can develop, right? Probably. Like you could probably be like, okay, here's a shark and a type 2 return of the shark. Yeah, someone could have done it. I bet maybe Scott Carney's bot picked it up. Right? It's like, dang, dude, it actually is that. Okay. And then I'll say, oh my God, did they actually type 2? Like prolong type 2? I guess. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, certainly $2 was at bottom of the range, and then $2.73 up to nearly $3, $2.90. SoFlo, thanks for the 5. Much love. Yeah, okay. Well, it can happen like that. Thing is, I mean, that's all we had. Lesser time scales. We don't have much on the daily.
T-Bone Lucchese tipped $25. Can we look at XTZ when you get a chance?
We
Thanks.
can, and everything pumped today, man. Like it looked bad, like bad price action correlation to resistances, but then all of a sudden, it's the first of the year and everything's blowing up.
Baba Plaza, Happy New Year's.
So, Lo, thanks for the 20 is super, but I think it's probably more. Thank you, dude. Holy crap. Yeah, okay. Big pump today, XRP. But an even bigger pump on XLM, up 3.5% on the new day. Just think about it on the year. What, are you kidding me? Up 33% in less than 25 hours. What? So this one didn't really have that M-shaped stuff. It kept making a lower lows. But again, man, like, wow, the consolidation took you down to nothing really that crazy. Oh, okay. I guess they defended the old high from July 2018. That was it. It's really tough up here, man. I mean, it made a lot more sense down here where Scott Carney was going long, right? Like the really nice positive price action correlation, the spring back test, confirmation low locally. It was just so real. You know how real it was. The resistances flipped to support, and then it was just gone, hundreds of percent in a month. And now the animal spirits might be coming back into them. They definitely are. That's the animal
Mitch,
spirits.
Even if the supply has doubled, like it has on Sol, since 2021, don't you think Trump creating a strategic reserve will draw in much more liquidity to crypto than Sam Bankman did? The government is buying 0.0490316 LTC.
Maybe. But you have to deal with all the new cryptos competing for your money. So I don't know how everything will go. But again, it's not, the beauty is these questions are like good, but that's almost like a question of like, hey man, what price is Bitcoin going to go to this year? I don't know. Like that's just not what we do here, right? I just keep saying like all we're doing is looking for structures to develop at key levels so we can have an increased probability than 50% of the outcome that we're looking for with optimum risk management strategies. That's it. We don't have to know where an asset's going next to make money. We have zero expectations. We have trading objectives, right? Targets where we would want to take profit, layer out, and then exit eventually. That's here. That's this. So, yeah, that's the good question. And I think a lot of people are trying to answer that. And that's kind of like what they do on their streams or on their YouTube channels is just speculate on like, hey, man, yeah, Cardano's going to go to like $3 this cycle. I mean, like, cool, dude, but like, you're making calls and you don't really know that, and you don't have a framework that you're using to say that. Like, at least when I'm posting a trade setup, I have reasons like why. I can answer every question on why this is a good trade setup by the books of the geniuses that put their life's work and research into the field of traditional technical analysis over the past 100 years. I'm catching my breath here. So it's just like, maybe it does, right? I'm not acting like I know, but I'm just playing devil's advocate to, you know, your question to provoke thought, critical thinking, right? It's always good to do that. Let's dream up a price point. It's true. Okay, so XLM, hype in the chat. It's just going. It's at 4% now on the new day. New day's been around for 20 minutes maybe. While Bitcoin is down 0.2%. Some of these alts still going, and that's good. Okay, so I mean, IOTA went nuts. Like, what the? See, IOTA, like, you don't know. Maybe they are putting in a confirmation low at a 618 and not at an 886. It would be such a better setup if we could get it down at 15 cents. And maybe that still ends up happening. They just confirm a bottom here, they rally it, and we get like a deep high to low 886, and they reverses at 41 cents. But dude, look at what is it doing? It's up 6.3% on the new day. Mega bullish engulfing candle yesterday. Immediately catching follow through. What the heck? No wicks down. Okay, altcoin show continuing, chat. Wow. Algorand, look at this, man. Same like little local double bottom stuff. Look what they did though. It was, you didn't like it below 37 cents, but they recaptured it with a daily close and now immediately catching follow through. This thing probably pulled back, but it's up 3% immediately in 20 minutes of the new day. Wow, man, pretty strong, you know. They came down even on the 20th and tested that 28.6 cent level. Wow. Altcoins chat. Look at this. Ooh. Hey, Matt, new trade setup possibly on ZRX if you were so inclined. It would be nice to get an 886 at like 35 cents, but dude, I mean, just think about it. It's remember this one, dude. Huh. Remember this one. It was so like, where are these? I thought I saved these. I guess I haven't favorited all these newer trade setups that played out. Like, dude, just look what happened, right? It was just simple. It was like, all right, we were blessed with a pullback right at support resistance. November 21st, this trade setup was posted, right? 3 targets. And look what they've done. The entry was where ZRX is right freaking now. It round tripped. Round tripped. But the thing is, right? 41.9 cents, November 21st. 41.9 cents. That means that ZRX went up, it over doubled in value from the entry of the setup. Okay, it went up 117% in 2 weeks. Went up, you see it? Goes up, it's target 1, then target 2 in 3 weeks. And then look, round trips back to the entry of the trade setup that's virtually, you know, done. I mean, it's like complete. But it's back. That's back to reasonable levels to actually take along. And you actually have really good arguments here for, like, you could have good risk management. Maybe you just have a tight stop like 43 cents and let it ride because there's just not much liquidity until 89 cents if they can defend this successfully. So it'd be something maybe like this. Wild, man. Maybe we try it like that. But dude, again, like, I mean, you could be conservative with a target right there at 68 cents, that swing high on the daily. It's very real. And then target 2, this could be just, it's like if you missed out, yeah, that gap's gonna fill. I don't know, this is illiquid Bitfinex, like something like that. I mean, it could just be 1 and 2 right there if you wanted. Kind of see why it's like, because look, they got one time they tried and failed, and this is the second test and the failure. This is like the confirmation low they're trying to put in 1 and 2, but then, like, you can see even on lesser time scales locally on the confirmation low, the second 1 and 2, there is a form of confirmation. So it's like a double bottom within double bottom of sorts, right? 1, and then I can see 2 here. So it could be played. This could definitely be traded. Does that make sense, chat? Why? Like, I'm giving you why. I bet you there's probably an edge, maybe on lesser time scales. Not really on the 12, but the 8. Yeah, 8's got bullish divergence. Gosh, dang, man. Wow. It's pretty interesting, dude. Like, that looks really good. Something simple like that. You could be a little looser on your stop if you wanted. Wow. Okay. Just give it a... I mean, it's like...
I hear what you're saying, Mitch, and thank you. However, I've learned that sometimes the narrative is so bullish that it blows the technicals out of the water and just goes up. Mania phase. 0.04903163 LTC.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, blows the technicals out. It's like we can get really good entries, but taking profits way harder because, right, in normal market conditions, hey, you're happy to get those targets to exit, right? But in Mania, it blows through the third target and triples, and it's like you can't have that approach to the markets because 98%, 99% of the time, you're in normal market conditions where you have to be disciplined, and you can't just let it ride, as you saw, because all these alts where we had really good successful trade setups the past 2 months, this one round tripped after over doubling where you could have taken profit, and here we are back at the entry on it, right? So yeah, this time it holds it and puts in the highest low, and it hits the second target, then goes to the third target of that trade setup. So yeah, I mean, of course. And then guess what? That's where all the bad habits develop. That's where all the dumb money comes in, and they take the highest risks, and the people taking the highest risks end up making the most. But again, they do that and they develop these terrible habits, and they don't know, and they keep doing it, and they keep trying to find ways to lever more, and then eventually Mania ends, because I told you it's like 1 to 2% of the time of all markets. That's about the time frame you have of Mania. It's very rare. They develop the bad habits, and then the plug gets pulled by the composite man, and the road, like huge blow off tops, buying climaxes, and then you're on the other side. The whole market cycle is ended. But the dumb money doesn't even understand that. They don't know, and they keep applying the really bad habits, the high risk on the way up. They start applying it on the other side, and they get devastated, and they lose all their gains, and they could lose it all. It happens over and over and over again. It's like the composite man sets up the dumb money, gives him just enough time to develop these bad habits before he rugs. And he knows that, oh yeah, it's like Owning Mahoney. If you've seen the movie Owning Mahoney, Philip Seymour Hoffman, you need to watch it tonight, please. Great movie. They're confident. No matter what this guy does, he gets on a huge run, it's gonna be fine, man, because this guy's a degenerate. He doesn't know he's gonna lose it all back to us, okay? So that's, yeah, of course, Mania. You want to be really careful in Mania, because the people who practice good risk management, it's like, dang, man, I could have made more. It's like, yeah, well, wait till we go back to a normal market. You'll be happy you stuck to being disciplined. Okay, anyway, that's pretty cool on ZRX. H-bar looking really interesting too. Like, good God, I mean, it could. They're holding 26.6 cents. This is definitely a thing where it could just still lower highs and dump, right? And it would make sense for this thing to go way lower, but they're not letting it yet. And it's like, until they're breaking 26.6 cents, this is a very unbelievably real level, right? So look how real it is. You can't argue, okay? You can't. They violated it twice, but then they recaptured it, then they reconfirmed its validity. And now we got a nice bullish engulfing candle at that level, which is very interesting. That's like, hey, failure, reconfirm validity of resistance and support with a bullish engulfing candle. That's really nice. I mean, that could be setting up for a continuation. Really good price action, January 1st. Oh, Bitcoin, 94,700. Looking real good. Really decent, man. Like the failure, and then another slightly lower low failure.
Chip Flipper tip $26.26. Hey Mitch, Happy New Year's. Looking at DHT Holdings, DHT, daily/weekly. Shark pattern holding above the $8/$8.60 region with daily bull divs. Going for first BTC tip of 2025. Cheers. 0.00027734 BTC.
Thank you so much, Chip Flipper. Really appreciate that. We'll look at it. Yeah, I was just kind of looking at some of these ones that had some big pumps, but yeah, I guess we'll get to some requests. So just remember, man, like ZRX back to entry of the already successful trade setup. And this is where someone can manage the risk the same way like they did. They're getting another chance, but then maybe this time around we get target 1, 2, and eventually 3, 130 plus. Fantastic. Okay. Wow. Oh, by the way, total.
Later, can we look the Ghetto Bird stock stem? I think my buyer at Chip has come. Jonathan Nation 2025. This is the best channel.
Thanks, Trey. Thanks to 20 and the really kind words. Yeah, man. Sure. So look, dude, it's like the momentum shift, but remember, it doesn't matter. These are just consolidation structures. You're the one that's saying that, oh no, we're going lower. It's like they haven't. This is a potential head and shoulders, and if these fail, they can resolve the same type of move down. They can resolve the same way up. So a failed head and shoulders would be above 3.4 trillion, and you could do a measured move the same way, right? So you would do it like this originally, right? Like, oh, bearish breakdown below the neckline if it was going to happen, right? But you can also do, hey, if it fails and we get a resounding rally, you have that same measured move above the right shoulder, and that's where your target would be, like $4 trillion. So just because you were trying to say that it's only bearish, it is inherently bearish, of course. It is. But it only increases your probability marginally, right? It's 60%. That still means 40% chance. What if the markets are just too bullish? Okay, 55% chance. Let's show 45% chance it breaks upward. So it's just what we're identifying is just a consolidation structure. You have impulses and consolidation. You're just impulsing. Or you were just impulsing. You're just now consolidating since November 25th. Okay, so some requests starting to get a little wild here on the second. My God, dude, ZRX at 4%, HBAR up 4%, XRP at 4.6%, Algo up 4.9%. Good Lord. Bitcoin dominance getting smoked like Oregon ducks. Okay, let's do the first request. Oh, we didn't even look. Let me look at let me look at these big ones first, okay? Sorry, we're just going on an improvised tangent. Okay, Ethereum here, man, it doesn't really okay, this isn't really something I'm looking at. I'm excited about it, but at the same time, okay, it's up. It's not performing. It's not doing what these altcoins are doing. Some of them. I'm saying it's hard to want to take action. I'd rather just let me long Filecoin or ZRX because everything makes sense, right? Oh, they're back testing key levels and they're confirming those levels as support, and I can manage my risk, optimally. I don't really know on this one's a lot tougher for me, so it's just the way the market is right now. It doesn't mean it can't break upward. It's just it's not really. It's not really moving. It's stuck sideways since the 20th, and that's it. I do think though, given enough time, this one will have a really, really nice breakout. I think it's impending. I think the fact that we're apexing soon, right? The closer an asset gets in price contraction to the apex, the increased probability of resolution. So this thing's about to either engulf or it's going to pull back to, break down. I mean, whatever. But you just think, man, eventually this is going to resolve. And the way things are, it's probably going to resolve upwards. Given, where crypto is probably going, right? We have an administration coming in that's pro-crypto, the first one ever. Vice President-elect has nearly $1 million of Bitcoin. I mean, this type of stuff, it's really good for crypto. So any short-term pullbacks, all right, they're going to be higher lows most likely. Even if they were going to go down another fib node on some of these alts, they're still making higher lows, despite how you feel. So yeah, I think the long-term uptrend it started November 5th, really, and it's here to stay probably for longer. It just probably is. Solana real quick. See, it's like, all right, it could break down, you know, below 198, 200. It's kind of tough here. See, you're up against these resistances. I mean, they're trying to defend really, like 187 as support, but there's just so much. Like these highs back from 2021. It's a lot of choppier. It's a lot harder. Like Solana and Ethereum are tougher, but then like ZRX and Filecoin and a NEO, a few others are like perfect. They're ideal setups. Like there's no controversy. So yeah, it's probably going to be okay. Remember, a third targeted trade setup gets hit and then it corrects, but the correction will probably conclude soon and it'll continue higher. They're starting to show positive momentum again on the daily, first time since November 25th, right? Oh, look, go figure, right? The first level positive momentum seen on Solana on the daily was January 1st, 2025. It's like they're, oh, yep, new bi-yearly candle, new yearly candle.
Bullish div on Ethus daily, 0.0490316 LTC.
Yeah, maybe a low and then the higher low. Sure, yeah, I guess technically, but yeah. I like how the RSIs are just, they're not letting, you see this, look at this, man. They're just not letting the sellers get the relative strength into the bearish control zone. They're just not, and I love that. It's really good price action.
Synapse fanboy tip $25. Yay.
Synapse, things 25, we'll look at Synapse. Yeah, dude, Synapse probably going to do it. Probably going to do it, man. It went to an 886, back to an entry, and hit after it hit $1, and it's like, wow, 35% at the inflection point. So we can rejoice with the new year. Okay, things are starting to look okay again, especially on Bitcoin. The sellers tried, and then they tried again, and now, wow, now we have a structure, a consolidation structure that is identifiable, and we've broken the supply line. Yeah, it's very, I mean, your target here on Bitcoin is 99K. It just is. Okay, it's either 92K or 99K. That's it. So that's the target. That's where Bitcoin's headed to. It's about 4 to 5% upside from here. Okay, if it does that, altcoins, you can't forget about it. They're probably up 25%. Who knows? So it's good. It's good to see that. So you're looking for ones that you can construct trading plans and have good risk management. That's what you're looking. ZRX,
Dollar
Altcoin.
Pepe, please.
Pepe, yeah, we'll look at it, Charizard. I think they're defending support on Pepe too. Thank you, dude. All right, let's see here. First request was RBN for Captain of Crypto. Sure thing, Charizard. Thank you, man. RBN. Ribbon Finance Connect. Okay, well, I've been here before. I got some lines. Okay, so this one, I'd be more comfortable, right? If we're just a little bit higher. Right, can we get back above 41, 42 cents? Can we get back above the 200-day moving average? See, it kind of reminds me of like Ethereum and Solana, like they're below support resistance. I would prefer them above these levels. And it's like, oh man, it'd be so much better down at 886 at 20 cents. But hey, they may not let it happen. Still another high, the highest low coming in again. Right, so I'd prefer it be like this, but it's not yet. I'd like it to be like this. That would be amazing if we could get that. Remember, we could construct a trading plan optimally. Insane upside back to 171 if you ever break 41, most likely. So get above 42 cents and I'll feel a lot better about it, okay? Captain of Crypto, thank you, dude. Bitcoin 94,845, looking for 95K. Again, the sellers try once and twice and then thrice. They did. And you got bullish divergence on the 8-hour and the 12-hour. You've broken a supply line. It's a dragon of sorts. Impending price action reversal of the upside implied in a long-term uptrend on Bitcoin. It's happened. It's happened with the new data we have received since the 30th of December. It just has. Life comes at you fast. New data. Yeah, this looks like it could fail. Hopefully. It would be an utter failed potential pattern above 3.4 trillion on total. Jonathan, it would be your first totals of the year.
I like turtles. Gabagool. Over here.
All right, the first gabagool of
Join
the year.
Patreon, but it's not connecting me to Discord. Hopefully I wasn't banned. Emails to Brad are being rejected.
Is that a joint?
Brad, you here? Did you hear that? Oh, he is here. Oh, holy crap. My God, this just happened. Purple Panther, thank you so much for joining the annual Patreon. Frickin' let's go, dude. Please get some Purple Panthers in the chat. One of the mini Panthers. They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. What colored Panther will join the annual Patreon next? Let's go, dude. Fantastic. Thank you, dude. Whew. So yeah, that's good. Brad's gonna handle it. Spock Talk, thank you, dude. Sorry about that. We'll see. All right, RBN request we looked at. Get above 42 cents, a little better. Next request was Wrap Pulse. Most wanted list, right? I don't know which one. I guess this one. Yeah, I mean, it had the Momo shift, and then it ran, but then hit an overhead resistance, 89.16, and sellers came in, and it dumped like the rest of the market. And, you know, down here, I would rather it get back above 5,600. Hard to sign off on it right now because they back tested it bearishly. It's not, look, what would make me feel better about this one is if they can somehow do this, right? Something like that would make me feel a lot more comfortable about Rat Pulse. 5,600 is the big level here, okay? You get back above that. If you can back test it and reconfirm its validity as support, you got a way to construct a trading plan. No real edge on the oscillators right now, you know. But you do have a deep 886, like a little shark here that's completed. Maybe they type 2 it at 4,200. Yeah. That's it. That would be the best thing for, again, for what we do here. Okay, people want to say, hey man, what's the long-term target here? I'm saying, hey, what would I want to see if I wanted to take a long? It'd be like that. The recapturing of the level, and then they reconfirm it as support once, and then maybe twice if we're lucky. That would be ideal. But hey man, you're okay. Higher highs, higher lows. Still again. But it round tripped. Like some altcoins, round tripped. This one did 95% retrace in previous low. It's your Rat Pulse, man, whatever. Bat request for T-Bone. You want a basic attention token, man. Decentralized web browser. Well, here's the thing about this one, right? There was a level that was ideal for risk management, and it got hit a couple times. They took it to the extreme too on the 5th of November, right? They did on these alts, and then they ran it up.
Meat Cubes tip $25. Can we look at Ace on the daily?
I don't know. Can we, Meat Cubes? Can we? Yes, we may. Thank you, dude. We appreciate it. We will. But with basic attention token, it's at a very difficult spot here for risk management, obviously, right? Because it's like you either want to be at 15 cents, 14 cents, because it's probably going to run to 29, 32 cents. But then it overshot that, went to 37 cents and reversed. It's more tough now. Like, again, for what we do, it doesn't mean it's not going to pivot and run higher. Like all these alts will probably do the same thing. If they're all going to pivot here and run higher, this one will do it too. But again, that's one thing. The other thing is constructing that trading plan with everything we want. Increased probability outcome and optimum risk management. We need this both. And we don't really have that one so much on basic attention token. But hey, they're back testing the 200 moving average as support. It could be another ride up to 31 cents, 37 cents again. But other than that, that's all I can give you, man. This thing, dude, it runs at this level, and that's where it reverses every single time. Like, just about, you know. is not an easy one. I'd stay away from this one and stick to something like Filecoin ZRX or something. Okay, the upside is way more nebulous and unknown here because there's so many different overhead resistances, reversal points from history on this. You want to stick with the ones where there's tremendous, like DYDX. Oh, we know tremendous upside. Synapse, tremendous upside potential based on history. That's when history tells you there are a lot of candidate areas for reversals. Okay. Let's see here. Next request was Tezos, T-Bone, which, yeah, man, it looked terrible. It really didn't look good. It did not look good at this level due to the correlation, the price action correlation to the resistance of 145. But then again, the new year comes in and all of a sudden, oh, is it just an inverse head and shoulders now? I guess. I mean, like the best entry would be at 86 cents if you can get it. But they're just, some of them are playing ball and some aren't. And some are just like easier to like, man, this is tough. These are major reversal areas from history. Look what they've done. And you're just up against it. And it's like, that makes it tougher to construct that trading plan, right? With the framework that we apply here on all the trades. This one's tougher, man. It's not like a Filecoin or a ZRX or an NEO or a few others. It's tougher. Big Mike, man, oh my God. Highest contribution of the year right there. Dang, man.
Big Mike .886 tipped $150. Mitch can't make the stream tonight. Last night in paradise. Happy New Year. Everyone join the winning team of the Citadel for 2025.
Dude, Big Mike, thanks so much for coming in. He told me I couldn't make the stream tonight, I guess, because you didn't put a comma there. He's saying I can't make it. But I'm here. But if you couldn't make it, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, that's why we got VODs. That's why these streams always stay, they're always there. After the stream ends, you can rewind. You can 2 times me on speed. Make me sound like I'm on drugs, like meth or something. But yeah, you can still watch. Thank you, man. That's the largest contribution of 2025. Big Mike is the one to beat. Okay, 150. Have him in chat. He's coming in from paradise. And Brad posts timestamps for the members of the Citadel / Patreon. You got that amenity provided. So yeah, Tezos, man, like it's just tougher. Like it's a lot tougher. It's more it was showing very bearish price action locally, but then the new year comes in and all of a sudden, nope, they're going to start pumping all the alts again. So, oh my God, Amar, I don't know if you want to mess with Big Mike, man. Big Mike, he didn't screw around, Amar, but hey, it doesn't seem like you're screwing around either. Can we please get some? Amar is not to be trifled with. I just fear that you might have awakened a sleeping Big Mike dragon. Thank you, man. Holy crap. Amar is the largest contribution of the year, of 2025. So I think Amar and Big Mike would both agree, though, that there's just a lot of adversity until you break 185. If you ever see Tesla's break 185, that's when the party gets started. That's when you're bringing out the champagne, the streamers, the kazoos, or whatever, right? Because if they break 185 on Tesla's ever, sooner rather than later, you got a $3.50 to $4 target, and it's like no question about it. That's exactly what happens. So I don't know how long it's going to consolidate. I figured if it went deeper, it would be such a better area of value for a long, more strategic down the 200 moving average. And it could still be that you still get there if things don't go over Bitcoin. Bitcoin, though, I'm just saying, like these failures from sellers and then this last attempt and it's a new year, new candle. It's like, wow, they're breaking the supply line. There's bullish divergence with the 8-hour, 12-hour, impending price action reversal 299K.
Can we look at PULSEX, Die? Happy New Year to everyone. God bless you, Mitch.
Red Will, thanks, dude. Well, we did. Well, is that a different one than PLS? We'll look. Sure, man. If you want. Thank you, dude. Oh, nice. He actually posted the ticker. Thank you, dude. That's very nice because it's tough doing that. Looking at all these different ones. Yeah, that's your Teslas, man. Up against resistance. Tough to be like, oh, good long. It'd be continuation. It'd be dicey. It'd be more of a gamble if you were long in it. But hey, you could just find other ones that have, they are testing supports as support. Filecoin's such a good example of that. But yeah. Thank you, dude. All right, SoFlo Mike, though.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
Once Alibaba. Oh, an exotic ancient Chinese stock, man. That unfortunately they were not able to defend the key level. Such a real 85.70, 86.75. So undeniably real, man. That was the breakout point. That's when it broke, it was just gone. Hit target 1, almost target 2. We were front run. 120, 119.99 was the. That's why I tend to like putting those exits or take profits a little bit lower than the inflection point because of that. But hey, man, it's though it is below 85.71, I'd be cautious. See, they could be trying to show divergence and type. It's like one low and then the second low here, and then that's kind of like a morning doji star. Wow. And now it's trading below the 200 moving average. So a form of insurance. Anytime an asset's like this, it's like on Solana and Ethereum, the insurance you would get would be waiting for it to do this, but then getting an optimum entry would be this. Like once you see that, that's when it's time to take a long, set up a tight stop, and let this thing run with max upside to bricking all these gap fills. Yeah, so it is looking interesting here, but it's like, could we just get a little more? Could you please just give me 86.75 again? If you could do that, I would feel more comfortable about this asset and be very intrigued to post another trade setup. Yeah, if we could do that. Just don't know. Okay, that would be wonderful. What a Gartley, man. Baba's in the chat. $95,000, $55 chat. We are up $673 on the new day. Very nice. This is a great environment for altcoins. Next request was DHT Holdings for Chip Flippa. If you're joining the live stream in this altcoin price action and Bitcoin price action, frankly, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for being here. Let's get a like spike. Let's see, could we get as many likes as we possibly could ever? Okay, DHT Holdings. Oh, man. What a run, right? But dang, dude. I mean, that's such a real. I get it. I get you, dude. Look at these levels here. Very real inflection point. Takes you about 2012. Ancient. Look at that. Resistance, 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 resistance. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Support. My God, support. September of last year, 2023. And then, oh my God, they're trying to support again. But man, it's just, wow, how toppy that looks, right? The rounding action, kind of just the momentum shifting, and it's dumped here. So it's like, you're at a very interesting point where it's like, is it a double top? Well, I think below 857 it would be. Let's go to the weekly. Make sure these are visible. Ooh. Oh my God. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, so that's what's going on here. Wow. Wow. You want to talk about springback test of all springback? Look at this thing. That's the stuff you're looking for, right? They violate the support once, twice, but then they recapture, then they reconfirm it. February 2019, the dream before that huge run up to test the top of the range. They sell it off, and there's so much demand. They tried so many times, and then they could not see this level again. And now you broke out, and now you're up here, and it's really tough because there's all this bearish divergence on the weekly. It's like, hey, buyers are exhausted, man, and it's really very real. Like, it's evident here. But hey, if they can hold the level, successfully long enough, it could be a bullish back test. You're above the 200-week moving average. Seems like the trend reversed. There's probably a channel or a demand line. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, I would say that. Demand line there. So they could take this down. They could fake it out, right? They could push it down to like 768 to test the demand line. And oh no, all the stop losses get triggered and they run it back up after that. So you could try. Breakout trades are harder, right? The trades we look for that are the best are the ones where we're looking at them at bottom of ranges and we're getting those spring back tests. Those are the easiest ones. There's no controversy, right? You usually think about like the context of breakout bids and trades like this is you're staring into the face of potential very real Adam and Eve double top after at the top of the run, right? Or you have unlimited downside below 857, you know where it'll probably go. But yeah, it's tougher here. But yeah, if they hold this long enough, that's could very well be where we run back up to 1214 and then eventually 1850 and then 37 after that. But yeah, maybe breakout trades are harder. Yeah, it's something to wrestle with. It's tough, man, because you got like, oh, we got an argument maybe for sellers. It's been on a good run, man. It might be topping out, but hey, if they hold this level, there's a lot of upside potential. If it's a real breakout back test, sure.
Happy New York, brother. Can you take a look at $o?
Yeah, we can look at that. Sure thing. Bitcoin Beelzebub. Remember, it's $25 requests, though. Remember, we had to go up. Thank you, man. Just the way it is. All right, Stray. Thank you, dude. Much love.
Envy.
I don't know why you want to look at STEM, dude. No one wants to look at STEM. It's like an inverse parabolic downtrend, right? Like you have a curved line tool you can use. Yeah, bad. But hey, man, they broke it, right? Like, oh my God, it's so bad. Doesn't mean crap, though. Like, right? They can take it down. They can confirm a bottom at all-time lows. They can run it up. It's still tradable to the 200 moving average. Has there ever been a higher low? No higher lows in the history of this chart, really. I mean, outside of the one from 2021. I wouldn't do anything on this. That was a short squeeze, and now it's down 19%. On what was it? 31st, right? And I have nothing to do here. I wouldn't be trading this. I wouldn't be looking at this. It's short squeeze. Like you get these scrub bear market rallies. They take them above the 200 for a while, or just at them near like this, and then they dump it again. The trend prevails. You don't want to be long and stuff like this. Yep, I don't know. I'm not sure why. What you were wanting here. Just a downtrend and the recapture. It's just ugly, man. I've nothing to do here. Nothing. Your pirate ship has come. I don't know about this, man. Electrical products. Remember, your electrical products company always loses money. One thing is certain about STEM. Every 3 months, they always report that they always lose money. That's not a good start for your argument, right? With the trend being so miserable, miserable technicals and ungodly bad fundamentals. Not the combination you're looking for. Okay. But thank you. Synapse, fanboy, moonboy. Once start look at Synapse. Yeah, they did it again, man. They did it again. They put in another valley, right? At the level of all levels, right? They needed to do it. They did it. And look at this thing, man. Just another higher low. And really what it was, right? What was it? In the end, it was actually an M shape. A local M shape that was perfect. Look at that. How about that, man? How crazy. Hidden divergence. Yeah, I think probably $1. And the big target's $177 to $2. $177, $1.77 to $1.98. That's it. I mean, it wasn't much. He's right, you know. Thank you, dude. I love the 200 moving average being defended and recaptured. So trading above that. 200 moving average is beginning to level out. That's always good. It takes a lot of price to move that thing and make it start upsloping again. You haven't been upsloping on the 200 moving average since it topped out really in July. So this is good, man. Anything above 44 cents is amazing. The closer you are to 44 and 53 cents, the easier it is for risk management. That's it, man. Oh my God, I was in log scale. All right, there you go. It looks a lot better in a linear, actually. It's beautiful. Beautiful. $1 probably from here. Charizard won a Pepe that unbelievably, I think they held supports somehow. Yeah, they kind of did, man. Because like below the support that, like, this is such a big deal. The fact that they could do that is so real. And that bullish pin bar still, they did it, man. That's the reversal for now. Yeah, above or below 166,000 was death. I mean, you were going down a lot, 40% downside. But hey, man, it was defended by the buyers for now, and it could continue. I mean, I think your target from here is 234,000, back up to the old all-time high from mid-November. But dude, that's serious, man. That's like such scary sell-off, and the route and the bullish reversal Japanese candlestick was painted, and it's actually proven to be that for now. You're going positive on momentum today for the first time since December 12th. RSI, they like same thing, right? They're trying a lot of these assets. They're trying to, oh no, the bearish controls, and nope, we're back out of the bearish. They were not letting the RSI get into that bad, nasty area. I love that. The rejection. It's good. Charizard. Meat Cubes wanted Ace, but I don't know if we can, but we may. Ace.
Apecoin, please.
JS, thanks, dude. We will look at Apecoin, friend. And thank you for the 25. Cheers. Ace. Maybe Ace KuCoin. Ascent. There we go. This is similar-ish to Filecoin a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. I actually do like this. Whatever this is, I love it, actually. My God. Okay. Yeah, you got another support up there. But, dude, what I love, this I'm about to post trade setup right now on this. Yeah. It's such a no-brainer. I know it's up off those lows. But, man, this thing, I mean, the only way we could target is back to that high. Yeah, that's a big level. That's a big level of adversity right there. Right there. That would be target one. If you were going to play this on Ace, you would have a stop below 0.3 of 1 cent, below the 200 moving average, and you wouldn't touch this thing until you got stopped out or you went up to 7.58 of 1 cent, which is, guess what? That is 90% upside for target one. It has to be like that. It's the only way it makes it. This is the only way it's equitable for, a trade setup where you're trying to manage your risk appropriately. Okay, you want to stop below the level that they've defended successfully twice now locally. Very real level. Okay, and you're making a higher low. It's actually a really good request here. If they ever broke that level, my God, man. We go with this. I think we would just go with that swing low and then that wick high. That'd be target 2. That's the reverse. Yeah, I would say two targets. Simple on this. Something like that, man. That's it. It's like, you see why? The arrow's pointing to the reason why. It's a very, very real support, man. And it's been a really good correction, a deep retrace. I like the deep retrace, and now I like this positive price action correlation we're seeing locally. Lesser time scales, you're going to see that structure. It's harder to see, but it's very real. It's there. Okay. So that's the way I would look at Ascent on KuCoin. So we'll post it. Whatever, dude. Sure. Trend analysis, technical indicators, you could say chart patterns, whatever, because again, 12 hour, 8 hour, 4 hour, you're gonna see that double bottom at support. And that's like Filecoin and ZRX. These are the ones you're looking for. Okay.
I didn't mean to bum you out. I took profit from that stem trade. I was aware of the gangsta swing to that trade. It made my pants sag.
Well, fantastic, Stray. Hey man, you rolling the dice. You had the casino. And you won, and I'm happy for it, man. But let's try to allocate some of those winnings into some ones like this, where the higher lows coming in, the highest low. What? The trend reversed? That's your higher high, and now we got our higher low coming in. Bullish back test key levels. We got a confirmation low. We're above the 200. That's what it's about, man. Also, 2025, the year of the optimum risk management plans. Does that make sense, chat? Anyone out there at all understand why it makes sense here? Spock Talk, if you're still watching, Brad messaged you on the Patreon site. Brad also said you are not in our Discord and you will not respond in YouTube chat. That's what he told me. Real quick, we had Danny F, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. And Blinders Off, thanks for the 11 months continued support on the Patreon/Citadel. Really appreciate that run on, man. Thank y'all both for joining today. It is the first of the month, so it's the first best day to join the Patreon. This is it. This is the day when you join, if you want to join Patreon. Okay, if you want to join the Discord, premium Discord, it's the same thing, same amenities, but you can join any time of the month for that. But yeah, thank you. A lot of members today. Yep. Appreciate it. This is the time, man. Beginning of the month, a lot of things change. Opportunities can appear on lesser time scales rather fast. And we're starting to witness things like Ascent here. These are good setups, man. I don't care what kind of scam coin this is. This is how you trade. This is the right way to manage risk optimally. You have max upside if this thing succeeds. Have your alert set up, man. Start hearing beeps. This is it. Stuff like this, File, ZRX, NEO, right now are in good spots. 95,176 Bitcoin's at its highs of the day. Bitcoin's at its highs of the year, chat. 2025 highs of year as I'm speaking to you. Amar, I'm not sure, man. Probably not. It's probably the same thing. ACENT. That's the asset. Okay. Meat Cubes, good request, man. All right, Red Will wanted Pulse. He gave me the ticker above. Let me see if I can find it. Please, God, still be there. Maybe not. I don't know. If you're still there, post the thing again. The ticker again. It's hard finding through all this chat. I'm having trouble here finding it. Oh, there it is. Found it. Sweet. Okay. There it is. Boom. Well, this is the same request. Just okay. More data here. So yeah, that's the close you are to. Oh my God! Why is my ace going off? How did my alert go off on ace already? Chat. Okay, it's up 5.87%. Okay, that's probably y'all. That's y'all, dude. Okay, I'll see if this breaks. Wow, that was quick. That was the quick 6% and what, 3 minutes, chat? Okay, this sometimes happens on the lesser thans. I'll have another alert set up. We'll come back to it. All right, so we already looked at this. Yeah, it's like a big old M shape kind of. If they could get us back down to 2400, it'd be a nice type. You could look at it almost like a Scott Carney thing set up. Yeah, something like that, and then type 2 return would be optimum. Like that would be crazy good. If we could get that on pulse, right, on the back test, that'd be wonderful. Yeah, but I know they're trying to defend this level right now. Maybe 2900 you could try to hold it. Yeah, but it's okay. I think the trend is reversed and it's correcting, and it's going to probably put in a confirmation low at some point and run again like all these other altcoins. Okay, so this is the stuff, you know, bullish bat, harmonic continuation pattern. Look good here. It'd be ideal for 2600 if we can get it, but we'll see if they can hold 2900. Yeah, it's all good, man. 95,270. Remember, 99K is the target on Bitcoin. Sorry, just letting you know. Bitcoin Beelzebub wanted Realty Income Corporation. That thing got wrecked. Oh man, I'm kind of feeling not great about this. Below 53.59 to 55.33. That's, look, man, all resistance 2013, 15. We know that level's real, right? It's been support before running. It's been support. Look at all this support before running. It's mega support before running, and now you're below it. And so when you're below it like that, I'm just not feeling good about it. You know, if they recapture it and reconfirm it as support, that's when I want to be looking into it. Yeah, round tripped. I mean, it's made no money in 6+ months, right? So yeah, that's kind of the line of sand for me. I like that it M-shaped, you know, and reversed, but I'm not, this doesn't stick out to me like, oh, something I want to take a long on right now. I mean, if they do this though, of course, the thing we look for that we may never get, I'd feel better about it. I'd feel real good if we got that. Oh my God, it'd be so amazing. But like for now, if you're below the level, like let's wait. The insurance you would have would be waiting for $55 to be recaptured and then reconfirmed as support, as we've seen in history. They recaptured, reconfirmed that 3 times here, only once here, but you do get forms of it. So I would hold off on it till we do that. Okay, next request was ApeCoin of 1% today, but still, look what they've done. They round tripped this thing back to like the entry of the trade setup after hitting target 1. November 6th. All right, target 1. That was the entry because we saw the price action that was positively correlated to the key level. Target 1 was just that high. And shoot, dude, we got real close to target 2 before it just wasn't enough. They pulled it back. So it's like, okay, target 1 gets hit, headed to target 2, then just round tripped back to the entry of the setup. So it's probably nearly actionable again if you wanted to take a shot. But they're just putting in the highest low now. That's the highest low of the new trend. And yeah, above this 2 or 124 level, your upside's 178, man. Okay, so that was like a spring, almost back test to spring situation. So look at this, showing positive momentum today if it holds. A lot of time, right? So, but they're working on your first level of positive momentum since December 9th. So 3 weeks, man. You think like that would be your target up there, 176, 175. from here. Okay. Highest low. It's not bad, man. Plenty of room for Ape to run if this is going to hold. That's the level in the sand, and they confirmed it as support, didn't they? On the pullback. Tons of bids came in right there. You could even say some hidden bullish divergence from this low to this substantially, or just higher low, substantially more levels of negative momentum. That's impending price action continuation. Yeah, Solana catching bids for sure, man. Oh, I like it. Above 198, man. This is where it could conclude. The correction could be concluding. Positive momentum building. Back out of the bearish control zone. We'll see. It's looking. These alts starting to look pretty good. Again, Q&T was looking all right. Look at this. I mean, this is solid stuff, man. Above $100 is clutch, and you see that 1 and 2. You can see it. Like they're trying to do this, and it's happening at a pretty strategic level. So that target is 150, 156. If this is really happening, that's where you're going to run to on Q&T. All right, letting you know. Nice stuff, man. Thank God the market is making a comeback. Starting to feel a lot better about things. Apu coin.
Carl tipped $25. Can you take a look at Dollar Apuist, Mex Exchange, please?
Carl, thank you so much, dude. Yeah, we'll look at Apu right now. I think that was the... Yep, we caught up on the request. Whew. Some hard work today. But hey, some good requests. Apu Jasta. Apu Staja. That's actually... It's not an Indian guy. It is a... I'll show you who it is. Okay. It's another form of Pepe. It is a certain type of Pepe that you probably be like, hey, that's Pepe, but it's not. This is Apu Staja. Okay, this is the guy. Oh my God, my IP is restricted. Dude, get out of here. This is Apu, chat. If you've ever seen that, that's him. That's Apu. So he's a friend of Pepe, and he's our friend. There he is. Know your Apus. Know your Pepes. Abotaja. So here's one where it's like, all right, it would be better if we could, on this one, it'd be nice to see an 886 because you're not really holding real supports here. Yeah, I would want to see an 886 on this one. Man, like it would, like, if it reversed here, it'd probably be a lower high on a run and a rollover again later. And this is where you want to see it probably conclude its development down here. Because there are supports. Definitely are supports down here. Yeah, that's really where you would want to see Apu Stasja. That'd be a good level. You get a predictable pattern. It'd be a deep, value perceived area. I would like it down there if I could get it. All right, but maybe you never get it, and that's fine. You just, okay, I'm not gonna take action on it if we're not gonna get down there and type to it. We got totals. 40 travel. We got plenty of totals, man. Totals looking all right. Oh, sorry. My bad. I didn't know what you were talking about. Okay. Yeah, I would prefer Apu comes down here, but until then, I don't really know. How do you manage your risk here? Maybe it's 1 and 2, and they just run it. I'm saying this run could just turn into a lower high than previous highs and roll over again later. I'm just not really interested in it structurally right now until we go lower. But I mean, someone would be like, dude, is that a wedge? Is that like a falling wedge, man? Yeah, you got a falling wedge maybe. Kinda, yeah. Outside of that one wick at the top. Wedging, sure. It's Apu coin, dude. Alright, yeah. Carl, thank you, dude. Yeah, so we got old Bitcoin on the new year, starting out pretty well. You got to look at these lesser time scales to start getting a glimpse of what's going on here. You got some divergence. You got positive momentum. You know, your first level on the 12-hour since December 17th. So we'll see if this can, you know, manifest into more histogram wicks and a target. If look, dude, if 92K holds successfully, you have a 99K target, and that's a minimum. I'm hoping it does. Steel wall so far. Yeah, well, Link went down to the neckline of that potential structure and bounced. Big engulfing candle today. And that's what I'm saying. We don't know. We're not acting like this thing's going to act as a reversal. We just know that that's probably the level where they're either going to defend it or it's going to collapse. And they're defending it so far. And it's very nice. Okay, chat. So it's been an incredible stream. I've been live now for 1 hour and 50 minutes. Almost 2-hour live stream. First of the month, first best day to join the Patreon, Citadel. If you want to support this 100% crowdsourced community, I've never taken $1 from any sponsor and promoted that sponsor to you ever, okay? Voluntarily. I get sponsorship opportunities literally every day. I have opportunities every day to just take money and then shill something to you. And I always say no. 7 years. And then no monetization on YouTube. I don't monetize. I make $0 from YouTube, okay? You don't watch ads. You get to listen to copyright music. We all win, okay? It costs money to have integrity, to not sell out. So I'm not selling out for you, okay? So that's why you join the Patreon. That's why you tip the stream. And, you know, it's all crowdsourced, man. So, and I pay I got a team that helps make the dream run. So I pay them. And so they're dependent on, you know, crowdsourcing too. So thank y'all for coming out. Patreon.com/MitchRayTA. Let's see if this divergence can play out, chat. Let's see if 92K can hold. See if this altcoin little reversal can continue. I hope so. Happy New Year, everyone. Till next time, respect the TA.
Mitch ain't doing things.
Can you take a look at dollar app used? Mexican exchange, please.
I really like you. I do. If I'm with you, I sing of you. What do I do? I sing of you.
turd nuggets.